Came into this test team?
Yeah, Sam has been incredible off the field for us. Now it's an opportunity for him to be that test veteran we need in the hive out, all that experience and that calmness, but also really good tough shoulders. So we're excited for him.
What was the process in terms of selecting him over Dalton?
Dalton's got a bit of a thumb injury. Ruled him out, but he's not much in it. Dalton played really well, but we just thought that was the best for this test, and combinations. Obviously Ethan's in great form, and you've got Artie Severe, so it's a good balanced loose forward trio.
Scott, how important was the experienced players this weekend? How important they would be with Ellis Park, how hostile that's going to be?
Yeah, but it's the iconic field, the ground, the whole experience. You want to have experienced it before, as many players as you possibly can, because it's going to help you in those times of need. There's going to be some tough moments out there, as we know, and their composure and the tone of voice and the next action word that's required, that they'll deliver it, but also deliver themselves, and they know what it takes.
At halfback, how tempted were you for maybe Cortez either TJ or
we're finding the combination with TJ starting and Cortez coming on, it's a really good balance for us. Doesn't mean it's always going to be that way, but we were trying to keep combinations together, so TJ's passing to DMAC and keep combinations as much as we possibly can. That's part of the reason, yeah.
Same question, Ari, Rico and
Yeah. Look, Rico's been around a long period of time, and he's taken on the feedback that's required to be a starting All Black, and we're seeing it. We're seeing enough of it, but small margins and all this. I've told that to the boys, so I can tell it to you. How tough this team's to pick, and it's great for me and us as coaching group.
What have you made of the Springboks changing their lineup this week?
Changing again, have they? Another one, or?
Bring player Evan Etzbeth, originally not known.
Okay. Oh, look, obviously they've had a medical check and it's gotten better than expected and planned, and he's got a great play. You'll take every opportunity for him to get on the field if you could, and they have. So.
Sam Penny coming off the bench, I think he's only had 20 minutes, half an hour for Waikato since that July series.
Yeah.
What do you need to see from him in terms of impact?
I think it's a great opportunity for him, with his physicality, his speed, his ball skills. He can play 6 or 8, so along the way you've got to give guys opportunities, and now it's his.
Is this the biggest rivalry for New Zealand rugby? How special is it for you to coach?
Oh, it goes back. You look at the stats. It's been 100 odd tests over a long period of time, and people come around of everywhere for this game. So you look, it's so historic. Every game's got something special on it, and if you're just walking around here in Joburg, everyone's a fan. There's a lot of selfies going on, and hey coach, and they sort of remember the Crusader days coming over here, but they critical for them as the All Blacks, and just the respect for both teams that have each other, but this is their moment.
Scott, what have you learned from your time as Crusaders coach to fight odds? Kenya beat the Lions in the Super Rugby final. What have you learned from that experience in playing at a venue like Ellis Park?
We learned from that those big games there's a couple of moments. Obviously there was a red card, and we got an early try, and we hung on for 20 odd minutes. That's what it felt like, and that's what it took. Especially at the hive out. So little margins, as most big games are, and your ability to go at the attitude. It's just part of the game, and you've got 80 minutes to do it.
Does the record matter the fact that the Boks haven't beaten the All Blacks at Ellis Park in 10 years?
I think what matters is our performance on Saturday. That looks after the record.
Scott, what was your biggest consideration in selecting the team?
Biggest consideration? Probably the balance of experience, combinations, and we good look at our bench because I think it'll be important.
Any threats you want to nullify that you think you'll face against South Africa?
Everyone knows how South Africa play. Their kicking game is exemplary. Their ruck work, they're playing a little bit more. Got a bit of Tony Brown magic in there. They can play around you if they need to. So, look, we're well aware of all their strengths, but it's probably the physicality that always comes with any Springbok team.
So the Springboks do things a bit differently, naming their team on Tuesday. Does that affect your team selection at all throughout the week?
No, we name our team on Tuesday. We just don't tell anyone on Tuesday. It's just the way they do it. I like it. It's a little bit different.
Just on Tony Brown, you mentioned before, what do you make him as a coach and as someone you've had a bit of history with as a player and teammate?
Yeah, played 20s with him, New Zealand Colts with him. Tough, brutally tough. Great mind, good rugby man, and he's brought a little bit of his magic touch to the Springboks.
So you've seen a concerted change in the Springboks?
Yeah, we've seen their game evolve, and like I said, how they play, how they use their forwards. So yeah, just little add-ons for them, and they're doing it well.
Scott, you spoke about the small margins and stuff. What aspects of the game, without giving state secrets away, what aspects of the game do you think is going to turn it on Saturday?
Probably most of the time when there's big swing, a lot of the discipline stuff or all set piece penalties, which is pretty clear. Both teams understand how important it is. Like give away a little offside or clap small or scrum goes down, the momentum can change pretty quickly. So those little matchups are so critical to you be able to keep pressure on teams, and Springboks do that well.
Just a word on yourself and Rassie. Rassie mentioned the other day you played against
Yeah.
a player with Cats and nice Super Rugby, and now you guys are up against each other as coaches.
Yeah, look at Rose, we've shared a few beers and a few stories after the games over the years. I know we just had a good little rapport that you sort of connected in, and you sort of watch players that go into the coaching after they've played, and you look at his journey and how he's got to where he's got. It's a pretty remarkable story, isn't it? How he, won a couple of World Cups, and he's got likes up in the box, and he's 7 forwards on the bench, and it's awesome. Like he really makes you think, and he's his own man, and what's in his head he tells you. So it's pretty unique.
Do you see Rassie as the benchmark for coaches in international rugby?
Oh, he's one of the benchmark. Yeah, for sure. Oh, look, you have all that success. You've got to respect that. Rassie can't. Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah, we'll have to see what rhythm he's got some stage. Yeah.
Scott, have you guys, the senior players, have they spoken about last year's World Cup final and what learnings they've taken from that, and how you actually play Springboks?
Look, it was the last time they played. It was the last time we played against the Springboks, and the guys are, they understood the small margins in that game, and just missed a couple of kicks, and swung both ways. So just a reflection of Test match rugby, how tight it is, and how tight these games are over history. Well, Springbok games, there's a couple of ones that are sort of maybe blown out either way, but there's normally at the back end of it, you're not far away from each other, and that was that final, wasn't it?
Have the changes in your backroom staff affected preparations at all this week?
No, we're really clear. We've had a great week here, thank you.
TJ, how big a challenge for this Ellis Park against the Springboks on Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, it's a massive opportunity for us to come to Ellis Park, play against a really good South African team and one of the tough stadiums to go to in the world, so we're excited about that opportunity. What
lessons do you take from previous matches you've played at Ellis Park and the intensity that can bring?
You probably take the lessons of the understanding of the environment. Players who have been here before understand what environment we're walking into this weekend. You have the knowledge of the altitude, so you're aware of that, so that's not as much of a shock as much as it still is hard. You're prepared for it. But the rugby itself, two very different teams, different players with, I guess, different styles of game now too. So for us, we would take the lessons of, like I said, the environment and stuff like that, but focus on our team and the team that we're going to beat this week.
Peter, what do you make of the Springbok halfback pairing, Ryan and Sheffield?
What do I think of them?
Yeah, just your thoughts on them.
I think they're both very, very good players. Obviously, Sasha's quite young and new to the environment, but he's played some amazing rugby, and he's shown at all levels how good he can be. And then you've got Corbus there, who his attacking game is one of the best in the world. You see him running with the ball and the speed that he injects into an offensive outfit. It's only going to be good for them, I think.
Got a real battle of France expected this weekend. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it always is. You know, the old foe, they're always going to come at the set piece, and they really back themselves there, and rightly so. You know, they've been dominant in that area for a long time, so we have to sort of make sure we get our stuff right to nullify any of that, and also take the opportunities that come our way. So.
Any thoughts on the trial, the ball trials?
Well, with the free kicks and stuff, and not really, no. Yeah, you know, it's pretty unique last year what happened, but that's just them being really smart with the laws and taking those opportunities when they come. And now that's been changed, I suppose that takes that away, but doesn't mean to say that they won't find other opportunities to exploit laws and that.
But what is it about this park that seems to get the best out of guys?
I know we really love coming here. It's an awesome arena to play in. It's, you know, we've talked about it being the greatest place to play against, you know, one of the most dominant rugby teams. The environment, the hostility of it, but also it's just, as an All Black, it's where you want to play. You want to be on those big stages, and this is it. Yeah.
Where do you rate this Springbok team? I mean, we've played against a lot of other teams. Where do you rate this team?
Well, the rankings are number one, so I'd say they're right up there.
TJ, you've got a gun back line, and as the man in the middle, are you confident that your forward back will be able to unleash your back line?
Yep, I'm confident.
TJ, your combination with D-Man, just talk us through that. Do you feel like you're two are gelling better now than maybe you were earlier in the season?
I think so. To be fair, I played 40 minutes against England, and then we had 2 tests since the Argentinian series. D-Mac's a great player, a lot of confidence. Playing with D-Mac, the way he plays the game, the way he can approach the game, only bleeds more confidence around you. So really enjoying that combination and wanting to continue to grow where I think we can.
Speaking of combinations, you and Aaron Swift are never on the park together as All Blacks. We form 1-2 kind of for the All Blacks. Do you feel that coming along with Cortez as well?
Yeah, I do. Tez is, every time he's got an opportunity in a test match, he's played really well. He's fast, he's got an accurate pass, and he's physical too. He enjoys getting amongst the physical side of the game, so I'm enjoying that combination and working well with him. Noah's preparing really well too, and the way that he plays when he's out there is pretty special. And then you haven't mentioned it, but Cam Roygar's not far away too, and the quality of nines that we have in New Zealand at the moment, we're very lucky.
Cody, what was your reaction to Evan Etzebeth being called back into the bench yesterday?
Not much, to be honest. I thought he'd play anyways. He's a warrior, that man, and he'll do anything to represent his country. And we saw that last year when he played in New Zealand, after obviously some pretty devastating news. So he loves his country obviously and wants to be out there, and good on him.
Cody, with no South African instance of rugby anymore, as a team, do you miss that physicality? Do you have to prepare those players that haven't played against South Africans for what might come up against them?
I don't miss the feeling of playing them afterwards, but no, I think it's it was always unique coming over here and also just playing them. It's a different brand of footy. I feel like they've evolved though, and they are playing a lot more attacking rugby now. But yeah, it will be a special experience with some of our new boys that haven't been over here. But I think that's exciting. It's like I said, it's where you want to play against the best in the world. So yeah.
Cody, do you miss Dave Coles?
I think everyone misses Dave Coles. Now these are the sort of weeks he loved. He loved to bring the edge in them, and he played some good footy when he was over here. So
Just the last time you guys played here was under a lot of pressure and things. Have you talked about that this week as a senior player?
No, it's sort of come back to this hotel. I remember coming back here after winning here, and yeah, obviously what was going on and stuff. Sorry, I'm just real cold if I'm shaking around. There's an ice bath over there, and it's not been my friend today. Yeah, like we haven't talked about it at all. We've got a new coaching group. Obviously, at that point in time, it was pretty interesting to touch and go. But I think what was one thing is how the team sort of bonded after all that, and where we got to as a team, and this team's sort of bonding really well too. There's a good feel about it.
Can I ask both you gents what you look forward to the most and what you enjoy the most about playing Test match against the Springboks?
I look forward to the occasion itself. Like playing in South Africa. In South Africa, it's one of the biggest tests you can play in. I think. I know, in all the years that I've been an All Black, it's probably the one that, when you look back on that season, it's like, man, that was the biggest game of the year. That was the biggest game of the year, and it's consistently that. And I know when we're preparing for a game, we prepare for every game as normal. So my preparation for this week is the same as my preparation for Argentina and Auckland, which was the same as my preparation for Argentina and Wellington. But when you look back on it, I spoke about it yesterday actually, or the day before, that you can start to see how big each of those games were. So I look forward to that physical battle, the environment that we're going to be walking into, and then just the battle of rugby that goes out on the field against the South African team in South Africa.
Exactly what he said.
DJ, on the field you speak very loud. I'm actually surprised I can't hear you.
I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult.
Just on the second test against Ireland, how much have you guys, what have you guys seen in that game that can assist you guys against the Boks?
I don't think we'll take heaps, to be completely honest. There'll be parts of their game that we've looked at that we'll consider weaknesses, and some things that we'll consider strengths of the South African team. I don't think it's in our best interest to say those things here. I know Lassie is a smart man, and he'll watch some of these interviews, and if we start to speak out tactics, he's a good enough coach to be able to adjust to that stuff. So there is stuff in the games that they've played that we can take, but it's not for this setting.
TJ, what have you made of the Boks' evolution into the attacking game by the 20 round?
I think their attacking game was growing previously too. I think they've been playing some really good attacking football over a number of years. Under Brownie, you can see a little bit of his creativity coming through, but I don't want to discredit the players that are there too. Some of the South African backs especially are some of the most skilled and talented players in world rugby. So yes, Brownie's influence is there, and he is making a difference, but he's got a really good catalogue of players that he's working with too, with some amazing skills who've been showing those skills for a long time.
How's it like to lead the haka in front of 35,000 people as well?
Yeah, it's a cool feeling, bro. It's a very cool feeling. It's different from anything else that I've done. Different from playing the game, different from the anthem. So to be able to lead our group in haka is special.